Hi everybody, today we're going to do a weekly flip through of my journals, and I thought I'd slow it down a bit and really chat through what was going on in my week, the supplies I used, and some of the layouts that worked really well for me. So grab your own journal or a cup of tea and you can journal along with me while you watch. Starting off in the hobonichi 86 dated planner. I use this one as my little daily reflection space. It's almost like a tiny diary, where I record what happened that day, but also how I felt about it, any little wins, and those random thoughts that I don't really go anywhere else. For this week, I changed up the pen of the month to my Twisby Eco with a medium nib, and I inked it up with this really lovely red Colourverse ink. It's got a slightly deeper, almost wine red tone, and on the Tomoe River paper it looks so rich and slightly shaded. It feels very cosy and seasonal. I'm still getting used to writing with a medium nib in such a small planner, but I actually quite like how it looks. On this first day, I was feeling very Christmassy because we just put up our Christmas tree the night before. I did some art during the day. I've just written a little note to remind myself what I worked on because I love being able to look back and see which projects I was doing at different times of the year. I also made a large portion of that evening meal so we could eat it for a few days. That's one of my little energy saving tricks, batch cooking, so I don't have to think about food on low energy days. Flipping to the next day, and this one makes me smile because the whole top of the page I've just written about the weather. There was beautiful sunshine all day, which is a bit of a rarity here in winter, so I really wanted to capture that. Decided to do a rewatch of Full Metal Panic, the anime, so I jotted that down here. I like noting what I'm watching and reading. It's such a nice way to look back and later and remember what season of life you were in. Had a huge nap this day. I've underlined that because naps are kind of a big part of my routine with Emmy, and I started working on my Notion pages. I won't go so far as to call it my second brain, I'm not that organised, but I used it to keep track of all my YouTube stuff in one place. Video ideas, upload dates, supplies I want to feature, that sort of thing. Here you can see a change in the ink. That's where I had to clean out my pen of the month because it totally ran out of ink. The Twisby did a great job but completely emptied itself, so I just switched over to my Kaweco Sport. I love the Kaweco in this planner because it's so small and portable, and it matches the A6 size really nicely. If you're enjoying this video, hit like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel and it tells me that you like this kind of flip through content so I can make more of it for you. And if you're journaling along, let me know in the comments which planner you're using this year. I'm always looking for new ones to drool over. On Wednesday, our friend came over with some gifts from holiday, which was really lovely. You can see I wrote about this and how nice it was to sit and chat and hear about his trip. I was also wondering what I could get him for his birthday, so there's a little brain dump here of ideas. The present I originally planned to buy is no longer available. This is one of the things I love about daily journaling. All those little life admin thoughts have somewhere to live. On Thursday, I had another big nap during the day. I have Emmy, so I need plenty of rest, and I find it really helpful to actually record that in my journal. It makes me look back and see patterns in my energy, and it also reminds me that rest is not laziness, it's something that my body genuinely needs. Some of the stickers I ordered on Etsy arrived, which was super exciting. You can see them starting to sneak into the page already. I started to stick them in my journal straight away because I have absolutely no self-control when new stationery arrives. I did have that moment though where I didn't feel like I could use them because they're too nice. Let me know if you get that feeling as well, the whole if I use them they'll be gone problem. I'm really trying to push past that and remind myself that stickers are meant to be used and enjoyed, not hoarded in the drawer forever. On Friday, I just talked a little bit about my energy levels and some small things that happened during the day. I also wrote a quick note about what helped my energy that day. Those tiny notes become really valuable over time. On Saturday, our friends came round to visit and we exchanged Christmas gifts. We had these amazing pastries for lunch and we chatted for ages. This page is one of my favourites from the week because it really captures that cozy social feeling. I also got my washi tapes that I ordered on Etsy this day, and you can see I absolutely went to town with them. There are strips of washi all over my planner. Now we're moving on to the hobonichi cousin. Even when things don't come out perfectly, I like leaving them in here because you can see your style evolving over time. I have this plan to do more intentional pink purple cyberpunk theme in the new year, especially for weeks where I'm doing more content planning. Here you can see when my pen ran out. I thought it had a while left to go, but the ink started feathering really weirdly on the page. That's usually a good sign that it's about to give up. I've left that pen empty now, ready for some ink for Christmas. It's a beautiful pink colour, which I don't have in my collection at the moment. On this page, I also did some planning for Notion, just rough sketches of how I want my dashboard to look, which databases I need, that sort of thing. I find it helpful to map out digital layouts on paper first. It makes things less overwhelming. Here I did my 3-2-1 journaling method, which I've mentioned before. If you're new to it, you write 3 things you're grateful for, 2 things you achieved or learned that day, and 1 thing you'll focus on for tomorrow. I do like this method a lot, but I tend to use it when I have a bit of space left rather than every single day. I do find for the next day, it's much easier to pick up what you want to focus on when you've written it down like this. It kind of bridges the gap between today and tomorrow and takes that decision-making pressure off you. If you'd like to see a full video on different reflection methods like this, 3-2-1, prompts and so on, let me know in the comments because I can definitely put that together. Here you can see the new stickers I used from Good Girls Book Club on Etsy. They're so pretty. I'm sure they're related to specific books, but I haven't actually read them. I just thought they looked really nice. I've clustered them around the edge of the page so I have a nice big writing area in the middle. This is one of my favourite ways to use character or theme stickers when I'm not familiar with the source material. I just treat them as mood or aesthetic rather than worrying about whether I qualify to use them. If they make you happy, stick them in your journal. This is my favourite spread this week and more like that style I'm aiming for. My A5 Take a Note planner in the new year. Finally, we're going to take a look at my bullet journal. You'll see that the layout here is super simple. A short list of days down the page, a line or 2 for each, and then stickers and washi filling the gaps. It's a great option if you're low on energy or time, but you still want to keep up some kind of journaling habit. Looking back over the whole week, I really like how the different journals capture different parts of my life. The hobonichi A6 for emotions and daily memories, the cousin for YouTube and creative planning, and the bullet journal for tiny low pressure snapshots. They all work together. That's everything for this week. Thanks so much for joining me. If you like this video, you're going to love this one, where I do a full setup flip through. Don't forget to like, subscribe and tell me in the comments how many journals are you using right now and which one is your favourite. See you next time.